Deb here with 5-minute forecast weekly tarot from Monday the 11th of August through to Sunday the 17th of August. So let's see what the cards have to say for this week. Coming just back from Bali, so I've got my Bali dress on and my Bali earrings in. So yes, if you wanted to follow me, just look up Debbie Dyson Holland and join my page, because I do have quite a few different things going on in the future, including going back to Bali. Pretty well, it's a spiritual epicenter. Oops, there's the first one. So yes, definitely enjoyed that break away. Feeling refreshed. I had a couple of deaths before I left. My poor old pussycats passed. I still get choked up. And also my lovely client slash friend Nita, who was 93. So really, Mia was probably that age or older in cat years. Hi, whoever's jumping on there, doing a live reading today. Whenever I'm a little bit late coming on, that's a good indicator. And after I do these card readings, the 3 for this week, I will take names and do a couple of readings for you. So hang in there, stop, and if you're wanting a reading, just know that even when I'm reading the cards for other people, quite often it can be relevant. Whoever is watching, they will get something out of it for their lifetime or their particular circumstances. So maybe don't leave at all. So I've got one on the floor and one on the table here. So I've got to duck down in a minute, but I'll get that third card for this week from the 11th through to Sunday, the 17th of August. Can you believe we're in August? What? And you know that Bali trip with this lovely colourful dress. Hello, Cheryl Wilson. It's not Jen, it's Deb. Hello? Yeah, some people get us mixed up. There's the third card. Okay, and it's on the floor, so I'll be back in a minute. Oh, interesting cards. And the other one's here. Spirit likes to make me bend. And over in Bali, we had a wonderful vegan retreat with Remember You, and it's a breathworks retreat with Melissa Melrose. If anybody wants to go to that next year, I've already booked my room. So hello, Debbie Batchelor. How are you? Cheryl, yeah, it's Deb's. That's right. So let's start with the first 3 cards for this week from the 11th through to the 17th. We have the Knight of Cups. Now, remembering Mercury's in retrograde, and Monday the 11th, it does turn stationary, they call it. So it appears to be in equal to the Earth. So it appears to be stationary, but of course we know planets don't stop orbiting. So yes, it'll be a little bit frozen seeming like, equal to us, and then it starts to move in the forward direction compared to us here on Earth. So just know that the first card here, the Knight of Cups, is about your feelings, and that's what we learn in Bali, to feel more rather than react from our head, because our head can sort of really spoil the game a little bit and give us too much logic, or it can be living in fantasy land and not be correct in its analysis. So coming and putting your hand on your heart, quite often that gesture will signal to your mind, come back to your heart. Couple of deep breaths, letting your shoulders drop, sinking into where you're sitting, in your sitting bones, breathing in and making an audible sound on the out breath. And the third breath, really feeling quite relaxed. And then you'll be more in tune with getting those messages when you're walking like this with your feelings, and they're kept very level in this cup, aren't they? Slowly walking, so when the knights come up, they're often furiously wanting to act. This guy just casually walking, keeping that fluid level in your vessel, in your body, so that there's no big waves and you're not losing emotion over the side and getting tired. So the river also in this card is another indicator of feelings, that our feelings flow like a river, and we could come across a waterfall and have tumultuous feelings, or we can come into a calm lake, and then we know that we're actually on track. That's a good signal. Hi Maureen, how are you? Yeah, Bali is such an epicenter of spirituality. As soon as I landed, I just felt that real connection as if I've been there before, and we visited a sacred water temple and were blessed, and that just felt like it was washing anything old that's not necessary any longer. It washed it into the water and away. And then we did breathworks that night. So it was really perfect scenario having that at the early part of the retreat. And where we stayed was stunning. So have a look on Debbie Dyson Holland and you'll have a look at scroll back and you'll see some beautiful pictures. So we will do a reading, but after these 3 cards here, when we talk about this week, Knight of Cups. See the little red fish there? Again, another water sign is Pisces, Scorpio and Cancer, my sign. So it's sort of saying that to listen to your feelings, coming back and putting your hand on your heart, feeling like what should I do in this circumstances, rather than thinking what should I do in this circumstances. It takes a little bit of time to draw yourself back out of that busy mind, and that's those 3 deep breaths, and that will get you back into your body, hand on heart, even closing your eyes and as if you're trying to look into your heart space there, imagining that energy just rippling out past your skin, because we have got an aura, arm's length to the sides, in front and behind, and above and below us. So we don't just end at our skin. We have a beautiful vibration of energy that, you know, when somebody walks into the room and you just go, wow, they're special. That person's just carrying that aura of kindness or loveliness or brightness or calmness. So that's what we need to be at the beginning of this week, is calm, cool and collected as we walk through the river of life. Very philosophical, coming back from Bali, and with our armor on. So you're not just completely open to the elements. You are conserving those feelings like, oh, hang on, I've got a bit of a stab in my stomach when I speak to that person. Oh, gee, I feel drained after being around them. What is that? So your feelings are going to be like your guidance system, like your GPS, like your compass at the beginning of this week. So the next card is the Temperance in reverse, and that's a major arcana card. Let me see what number it is. It's 14. So upright, we'll just give a little bit of a review on the Temperance card. Major arcana cards are amplified meaning. Hi Maria, how are you? And so when we have amplified meaning in the middle of this week, we need to sort of be awake and aware to keep our cups in balance by the looks here, and that we may then get that aha moment where we know to go down a different track where there's going to be gold at the end of the rainbow there. This fellow with the big wings, this angel here, he's getting in touch with you with his ESP through your intuition, through your portal of third eye there. The abundance and the flowers, and his 1 foot in the water and 1 foot on the earth, and again with those flowing cups. And remember, we had another cups one here. So this one here is saying to keep it balanced, your emotional state with what's happening in the physical world. So again, don't make any rash decisions. Come back, put your hand on your heart. If you have to be making a decision at a meeting or something, you know, just say, I just need to go to the toilet, or I need to think of that overnight before making any big decisions, I think. And Mercury retrograde, even though it is coming out of retrograde, it's another probably 2 weeks of possible misunderstandings, things going wrong in the communication area, because that's what Mercury is the planet of communication. So even yourself, that's why you have to put your hand on your heart, because if you let this run you, it's going to run you into the ground sometimes and sabotage you. Where if you come back to your heart, go to the toilet in the meeting, you just go, look, I need to go to the loo, sit there, do your 3 breaths, and come back into this place of calm with your level fluid in your cup. Because what I'm getting in the middle of the week, it's a bit chaotic, your cups, your feelings. It's a little bit spilling out of the cups. If you look at this in the reverse position, you would be losing water, you would be losing energy and feelings, and your radar would be off. So we want to turn this around in the middle of the week. So definitely be aware of not rushing in, not making quick decisions, taking some time out, maybe overnight, maybe a week if you can get away with it, because Mercury is going to be still playing havoc for a little while yet. So I'm liking that the Temperance card is in the middle and we've got a few tools now. So the last card, if we do A, B, and C, we've got the 10 of Cups, more cups. It's all about feelings this week. So the 10 of Cups, to me, you can see two people hugging here, little kids playing. They're overseeing their beautiful new red roof. The pastures are green. It's irrigated by this river, so it's all balanced here. This, to me, with the 10 of Cups and all this rainbow energy, that's all your chakra systems are aligned. So there may be something that you need to do in the middle of the week here to temper, because it's the Temperance card, to temper yourself and just bring you back into a place of balance. That's what I'm getting there. Hi, Leanne, how are you? And Sharon, how you going? I'm going to do a little reading in a minute, but I'm just going to finish with this last card. So if you have a look at the 10 of Cups, that's happy families. It can be, you don't have to be a family to be happy, do you? You can have health, wealth, and happiness. That's in itself coming back to your feelings, because it's all about cups this week, a little bit of a assessment, keeping your emotional state level. When you're feeling imbalanced, stop and recognize, gosh, I need to have a really good organic meal tonight. I've had too much takeaway this week. I need to go to bed early and I'm not going to be on my phone anymore. I'm sick of that. I'm going to read a book. I'm going to actually get some information into my brain instead of like numbing it through scrolling. So that would then put your Temperance card back in the right position where you would be balanced, and your angels can send you messages and you'll be able to hear them. And the last card for the week is 10 of Cups. You're feeling like you can trust your feelings now. There's 10 of Cups. That's the highest in that suit. So happy, bright, your vibration's up, that auric field is cleansed and clear, and your vision is open and you have clarity. So let's look at the numbers. 10, and we have, that's 14, that's 24, and 1 is 25. 2 and 5 is 7, and 7 is like that lightning bolt. When you think of something at the top of the 7 and then you bring it down onto the earth, it's manifesting at its highest degree by taking your head out of the equation and putting your hand on your heart and being open and honest with yourself. And anything that can bring you absolute passion is what you should pursue. So have a lovely week, everyone. And I'm just going to take a few names now. So health, wealth, and happiness, you like that. Yes, Sharon, you're going to be first. And any other Sharons or any other person on here. Hi, Ali. I'm going to pop you on for a card reading. Yep. And so to me, what we do is when I read to you from here, it's quite often pivotal to everybody else on here. Susan, yes, you can have a card, Susan. And I'll probably only take 5 or 6. Yep, Karen, Karyn. Maria, yep, you're on here. And Jen McCarthy, you can have a reading as well. Now let me have a look and see how far we've got there. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's going to be it, I think, everyone. Yay! It's exciting. I love doing readings. I love it so much. I'm getting more and more people booking in for the 10-card readings and even 5-card readings to just get that clarity from where they're at right now. Hi, Cheryl. How are you? And Leanne? Yeah, I've got 6 now, so I think that's going to take me a little while. But please listen, Cheryl and Leanne, because I know for a fact that these cards will be appropriate to you because you're on here, darling. So let's have a look here. No spare cards have flown out. I have to check. So, yes, so Bali was amazing. Oh, my gosh, it was a real shift for me. And then I came home to an empty house without my pussycat of 20 years, almost 20 years. Whoa. Okay. So this is for Sharon. I've got to dive down and get your card, Sharon. Oh. Everything's coming off the desk. This one's really difficult to get. Oh, I'm going to have to move that